19-year-old Max knew two things. One, that he was hungry, and two, that he and his dad were going to open a restaurant one day. They didn't have much. Their small broken-down apartment was tucked away in a tough neighborhood in Chicago. Rent was always late, and sometimes they received 3 disconnection notices in 1 week. His dad, Daniel, woke up before dawn and worked long hours washing dishes at a local diner. His hands were tired, and his spirit was fading. And Max spent his days delivering food across the city. He ran back and forth in all kinds of weather, often pushing double shifts just to put a few dollars in his pocket so they wouldn't lose the electricity. Every night they sat on the floor with one meal between them and one dream in their hearts. They dreamed of one day opening a small restaurant where people came for comfort, not just food. It didn't have to be fancy, it didn't have to be big. It just had to be theirs. But they had no money, no support, and no reason to believe it could ever happen. Then one rainy evening, Max was making a delivery to a tiny taco truck hidden behind a rundown gas station. As he walked up to the window, he noticed a cook named Luis, who was hunched over the grill looking weary and defeated. Something about his slumped shoulders and dull eyes told Max that he understood what it was like to feel like giving up. So without hesitation, Max simply asked, "Can I get some water?" From that night on, Max stayed late after his shifts at the diner and spent time in the taco truck learning how to grill, clean, and run a kitchen. In return, Luis looked up through his greasy bangs and said, "You look like you're hungry. Come on in and I'll make you something." When the clock struck midnight and his dad finished his shift, they met up and rode the train home together. Then they cooked for each other like they used to when life felt better. They didn't know it yet, but their lives were about to change. Together they saved every dollar, skipped meals, and took every extra shift just to gather $1,000. With that money, they bought an old grill, a second-hand folding table, and printed a sign that read Max and Dad's Grill. On a Saturday morning, they set up in the parking lot of a busy grocery store. They had no roof, no help, and no guarantee anyone would come. But they had each other and they had hope. For days, they served burgers to no one but the wind. Still they smiled, still they cooked, still they believed. Then one afternoon, a local food blogger ambled over after seeing their colorful sign and tried their honey barbecue slider. The next day she posted one word on her feed: legendary. The next weekend a line wrapped around the block. People came for the flavor, but stayed for the story. News crews filmed them, and locals began calling them the kings of the corner. Startled, Daniel asked him, "What do you want?" Then the unthinkable happened. A man who once mocked Daniel at the diner showed up and said, "I heard you're pretty good. I want in on this thing." The man explained that he wanted to invest and help them grow. He proposed that they work together and open their very first brick-and-mortar restaurant. Overwhelmed with gratitude, Daniel took him up on his offer. Within months, they opened their very first restaurant. The sign read Max and Dad's Grill in bold letters above the door. Inside the kitchen was the same grill from the parking lot, now polished with pride. Max hired young delivery boys and dishwashers, just like he once was, and trained them, believed in them, and built a team that cooked with heart. Daniel no longer washed dishes in silence. Now he greeted customers as co-owner of something beautiful. They no longer shared one plate on the floor. Now they shared stories, laughter, and success under a roof they built together. Max proved that greatness doesn't come from where you start, but from how hard you rise. From delivery bags to full dining rooms, he never let go of the dream. And neither should you, because if Max could do it, starting from zero, you can too. Like this story if it moved you, and comment your own dream below, and subscribe for more stories.